Hi, I wanted to rant a little bit about the untimely death of a young woman by the name of Simone Battle, who was passed away by suicide. It was reported at the age of 25 about a week and a half ago. I've just been thinking of how sensationalized her story of her passing has been put out there by the media, and how the real issues behind suicide, like mental illness, depression, feeling dead inside, is really being glossed over, if not spoken about at all. And we're missing an opportunity here to really bring up this issue, especially in the black community, because she was a black woman. This one has really been a hard one to swallow for a lot of people. I've been reading comments online. People have been saying, how could someone as awe-inspiring as she was do something like that? And it's very confusing, as all suicides are. But, we were getting nothing out of it. It's like, it's not inconceivable that this can happen, that could have happened, because it happens every day. On average, 900 times a day in the United States. And she was just happened to be one of those people on that Friday that took their lives that day. So it's not inconceivable, because people are living in that state of darkness every day. And we are so emotionally disconnected that we miss the warning signs, of someone that is suffering inside. And what a better opportunity to bring up those issues than now, because if you don't, then you're just treating someone's death as entertainment, sensational, something that just comes and goes. So, I wonder, were the signs there? I feel like there's always signs. Do we recognize the signs in people? The mood swings, the change in behavior, the isolation. All of those things are not warning signs necessarily for suicide, but things to look out for. And we all have the responsibility, to be a light in every person that we encounter. I feel like if that can happen to her, damn it can happen to anybody. Because it's just very shocking. It's just very shocking. There was a video online of an interview by g.r.l. About 3 or 4 months ago. And in the comment section, there was about 4 or 5 people. It was a radio interview, and people were commenting, about 4 or 5 people commented, saying, well, what's wrong with Simone? Is she okay? She's just sitting off in the corner, not really speaking that much. What's going on with her? I'm not saying that, whatever, but it's just like, we have to be a little bit more aware of these things. And suicide is preventable. It's a temporary solution. It's a temporary solution. No, it's a permanent solution, to a temporary problem. And, we got to hold each other down. this is a definite lesson that we have to be there for one another. And success online, a person is more than a hit song, a hit record, a Instagram post. You can be all smiles on your Instagram account, but hey, none of that stuff matters. None of that stuff matters. And I refuse to lose another promising, young, beautiful black woman, to lose another Simone Battle. Can't let it happen. We cannot let it happen. I mean, I found out about her through her death. And I tell you, I became a fan, I fell in love, and missed her all at the same time. I mean, that's saying something about somebody, that someone can, bring that out, can have that type of effect. So, I'm going to be walking at the NAMIA, the National Alliance for Mental Illness, on I think September 27th in Chicago, on behalf of Simone Battle and a few other people who have taken their lives, African Americans in particularly, in the past year, and walking in their honor to help raise awareness, to end this stigma, especially in the entertainment industry, but in general. I wonder, and I'm going to put myself out there, that if I was to do something like that, not saying that I am, would it be a surprise to my family and friends? Would it be a shocker? Or would they say, oh, I saw something, or if it would be a complete shock to them, then they're not paying attention. And it's not to cast blame on someone, because it's nobody's fault for someone's suicide. But, I often wonder that, because the warning signs are there. I'm not saying that's, but I damn sure exhibit some freaking warning signs of depression and whatever, the past couple years actually. But I've been there. That's why this affects me so much, because I've been there. I know what it feels like. And to think that beautiful young lady was in that space really saddens me. And only people that have been there can relate. And to use, it's just like running out of gas. You ever drive your car when the needle's under the E, and you're trying to get to the gas station, you got a couple more blocks to go. I think the only difference between me, someone like myself, and someone who actually went through with suicide is that I made it to the gas station before my car clunked out on me. And their car clunked out on them, right before they were able to make it to the gas station. But, it's not the end of the world. Because even though your car might give out on you, I would have come running with a tank of gas. We might have to prime the engine, but it's not the end of the world. You're going to be back on the road soon. You know what I mean? It's just a bump in the road. And we have lost some shiny, brand new spanking German engineered BMWs. Some of the best, cleanest cars, as a metaphor for human beings, right? Due to the fact that we let our people run out of gas, stranded on the roadside, and without helping them, and this isn't to place blame again, I say, but we got to look at it, and especially the black community in particular, that this issue is not discussed, or very taboo. When something like this happens, we do a praise dance and we move on. And yes, life does go on, but business cannot continue as usual, or we're going to lose more Simone Battles. And we can't afford to lose more bright, shining stars such as herself, young, yet to be discovered by the world. So, we got to get it together as black people, because our image, especially for black women, if I was to look at that group, g.r.l, and if someone were to ask me, which one of these girls would you think were most likely suffering from some internal issues, depression, or such. Simone would be the last one that I would think would be that, because of our perception of strength. And yes, she was a strong black beauty, and I commend her for wearing her blackness. She did not hide it when she went out in front of the camera. I was like, you go, girl. With your hair and your style and everything was black about her. So, that perception that the strong black woman, hey, even the strong ones are probably suffering the most. Trust me. And we got to get vulnerable. If we don't get vulnerable, we have to get vulnerable as a people. We survived in this as being black through our strength. But we're at a point now where, we don't have to be so stoic, So with that being said, gone much too soon. But rest in peace to you and others like you. Simone Battle, Karen Washington, Joshua Marks, Lee Thompson. Nah. Never again. Never forget, and never again.